Hey everyone, welcome to another Lunch and Learn. I'm going to be your host once again, Gregory Goldston, for Tuesday, December 10th. Uh, if I can recommend checking out the Solutions Marketplace, we've got more things being added there, and some of that's pretty cool stuff. And then we've got the Decisions Forum, of course. I'm always going to advocate for that. So come on in, take your time, and we can start piling up questions once you all are ready with them. I'll be upfront to saying that I did not see any pre-submitted questions, so I'm just going to be rolling with whatever you guys bring up to date here. And I guess while you guys are formulating your questions, let me get into the decisions environment. Give me just a moment. Okay, we're in now. Then we'll make this a little bit bigger, easier to see. Well, not seeing anything currently, so we can go over into I know some of you guys have already seen the health score stuff already, but why not bring it up again? Still working on it. So, decisions health score. The decisions health score is going to be a numerical indicator of how healthy your project is as a whole. And healthy, I recognize, is a little bit harder to quantify when we're talking about software compared to just like a human body. So I'm going to go into it and explain how this works. So we have six different categories, your main designer entities, which are data structures, flows, rules, reports, forms, and pages. Forms and pages are both left to NA in here because I don't currently have any created in this project. Within these categories, you have all of your individual components over here, right? So I've got my database types, I've got a yeah, that some data structures over here, entities, flows, rules, that sort of thing. And these are all going to have different grading criteria. Hold on, we got a question. When I approve a task, a message pops up. Let me give some context. We have a question now in the QA, and I'm going to unmute the submitter who put this question in. Hello. Do I say your name as Amit? And you should be good to talk now.
Um, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I have actually two questions. One is this, where so I have a form, approval form. So and that has option of approve and reject. So whatever action I do after that form completes, and there is a pop-up which comes up in the browser which says the task is complete, and then there is a link to open portal.
Okay.
So instead of,
S-
I would want that once it's approved, then it should just move forward. Like there shouldn't be a link to open portal for the users. To,
Okay, I see. Yeah, there are a few different ways. So just to clarify the question to everyone else here, the question was, when I approve a task, a message pops up in the browser with the option to open the portal. How do I disable this? So we're going to, I'm going to create this from scratch real quick, just so I can show you how this works. It's just going to be a simple button. We're going to call it proceed, and that's all you got to click to make the form move along. We'll go into the flow here. Oh, I am in the wrong project. I apologize. Let me go back to the proper project. Here we go. All right. And once again, we'll call it proceed. You'll just hit that to continue. And then just to make sure I understand here, are the users clicking a link or is this an assignment that they're completing?
in an assignment they are completing.
Assignment they're completing. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go here. So you have an add task because it's going to be assigned to them, right? We'll pick our
Yeah,
form.
that's correct. And it
All
has
right.
option buttons of approve and reject at the bottom.
Okay. So it's going to go down two different outcome paths. Okay. Um, I can put both in. I don't think it's going to be as pertinent to our setup here, but let me just get
That's
this
okay.
rolling.
Uh,
Yeah, I can put that down. I do not mind at all. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, and then let me do the last thing. I will add that extra outcome path. Why not? Whoop, whoop. There we go. There we go. All right, and that's going to go down some other path. Are there two different outcomes here? Like, are there two different end steps? Like, is this a subflow, or are you just doing something else in the
no,
process?
just a simple assignment and one form is assigned when they work on that form, but they just approve or reject. That's it. Like nothing.
Okay, sounds good. So this assignment gets created when we run this. I'm just going to make sure we can replicate the behavior here. All right, and I hit yes. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to hit proceed. Where are they
No,
getting this
it's
assignment from?
on email. So if
Email.
you do it directly from here, it opens only the form. But when they open the browser, then they get that pop-up.
Okay,
Form,
that's
yeah.
going to be configured probably in here. Oh, this is taking a little bit. Oh, I've specified the wrong one. Apologies. Give me just a moment. Sorry, the Zoom screen thing. I'm going to move that real quick. There we go. Okay. So, not as an API service, as a user interface, right? How are they authenticating? Are they using their session ID? Are they specifying credentials? So, I can specify something here. We can bring them into decisions, and a quick way to work around this would be after this step right here, I'm going to add an end form session step. All right. Because it brings them into decisions, right? So you want them to just go back to their email or some external site. You don't want them brought into the decisions portal.
Yes. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
correct.
Okay. So I have an option here where I can open a URL, just any external URL. All right. And I'm going to call that. I'm just going to direct it to our home site here, right? So obviously this can be put on both outcome paths. But let's say that they have this now, right? And you want them to be able to do this externally. I'm still within the decisions platform here where I'm running this. I'm going to run this. It gets assigned. I'm going to hit yes. As soon as I hit proceed, I'm going to get navigated back to whatever URL I specified here. You can see it spinning. It's taking a little bit. And that's a quick and easy way to get your users where you want them to after they finish a form. So what I used,
What if I just wanted to close? Like I just want the EU browser to close, or like how is it possible?
um, I'm I can talk with our team. I'm not certain if I can make the browser close because that may be more than just permissions on decisions and to actually be able to interact with the browser tabs and make them open or close. Like I can open new ones in a separate tab, but I'm not
Okay.
certain if I can make the ones that they're currently
Or
in just close out entirely.
can I have a message pop up? But only message, like no link to, just that it's completed. Your task is completed. That's it. Right. It's a
Yeah,
instead of
absolutely.
okay. Hmm.
Absolutely, you can. Instead of end form session, we're just going to add what's called an end form to it. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And I'll go into here. This cannot output data, by the way. The entire idea of this is it's treated, it's not quite asynchronous behavior, but it's very similar to it. So I'll call this your end form here. And this Close button is not going to stop the user from you know what? Let me just explain. Let me put a label here and it's going to be a lot easier. Just explain with a visual here. All done. Let's save that. All right. So I'm going to delete this. Whenever they go down the proceed path or the deny path, we can put different endforms for each one, right? The user is not halted on the step. The flow is not halted on the step. The user's presented this to click instead, but the flow is going to continue to proceed while this is what pops up on their window to select instead. So if I exit and save this, we're going to run this again. It gets assigned to me. I'm going to hit yes. As soon as I hit proceed, this pops up instead of whatever sort of navigate to portal message would normally show.
Okay. Okay. I think this should be fine then.
You've got images you can
Um,
add too if you want to put your company logo in that or just make it a little bit prettier than what I've got here.
okay. No, I think this should work. And another question. I don't know if that's okay. It's different, completely different from this.
Please ask away.
Related. So it's a page related to a page. So I have a report, right? In the report, I have added one data report, which shows just the tables, and I have a pie chart, right? So from the pie chart, I want the filtering to work in the report. So in the page at the top, I added the pie chart. And what I was hoping to do is when I click on the pie chart, one of the options, it should filter the actual report and give me only that information for which I click.
Ooh,
So what's
interesting.
happening right now is when I click on the pie chart, it pops open the report. It does the filtering, but instead of doing the filtering on the page, it opens the report as a separate pop-up or tab instead of doing the filtering only in the report. Like I don't
I
want it
see
to
what you're
open.
saying.
Mm.
Okay, let me see if I can get set up real quick what you've got configured and then we'll go from there. So let me put where is it? Email address can't is active and we'll set the I don't know if it's going to have a user culture or anything. Let's just put the account ID. We're going to group this by email address here, right? We'll save that. And now we can make a page that should have both of those as its separate sources. So let's go into here, create the page, drag the report viewer. We're going to grab the same report we just created, and then we are going to add a pie chart that the user can select, right? That's the goal here. So pick the pie chart, pick a create report. We want to pick existing, pick this one. It's already grouped, so it should show up. And then you have it, yeah, sorted by count of email addresses for this case. And then just so I understand what you got set up here. How do you have the filtering configured for this? Are you using like a get page variable
Yes.
or
No, I'm using more like use the field as a filter. So parent-child sort of configuration.
gotcha. Okay. So whatever's going to be running on this is going to be whatever's going to be output on that. Okay, so let's see here. So we want a field filter for the email address equals, and then we want to get values from another report, and that value is going to be user email, all one word. All right. And that's going to filter that out. And then let's see here. So I'm going to make one more report just so that these are different now. So I'm going to delete this, add another pie chart. We're going to create a report this time. Wrong one. Counts pie chart. I'll add the same data sources before. And for this one, I'm just going to add the email address. We're going to group it by email address. And then we're going to send data as filter change source. So that was user email. Okay. Let's give this a try. See how this looks. Save it. Was it not like here? Oh, it needs a save button. Emails. Needs a title. My bad. And then just to make this a little bit prettier, I want to hide the title bar. Okay. Save that. Add it to a public folder. All right. And then let's add a page, select our page, and hit save. Let's see what happens here. All right. So I click on one of these. And instead, it's opening up the report instead. So it's kind of doing like a drill down when we don't want it to do that. So let's go into our page. There should be a quick way to fix this. I don't think it's filtering the report at all, admittedly. I think,
Yeah, it's so in my case, the filter I was able to make the filter work, but then this opening the report that I can't, I'm not able to disable that.
let's see here.
So
Behavior,
there is no option. I could
drill
not
down
find an option.
view, data, rich text view. I don't want drill down though. I want to disable drill down. How do I turn that off? I'm looking for how to remove that real quick because I think we're clicking into a drill down view, and when we click on that, it's opening that up instead. So this is changing to drill down view, but that's not necessarily getting rid of it. So showing loan indicate override drill down report title, but I don't want that. I just want to get rid of the drill down view. Apologies, it'll take just a moment to figure out. See if it's an action in here. Grid settings type specified. I want no actions, no actions. Show selected road indicator. Condition. Yep, we want that. All right, let me give this a save real quick. I don't think this is it, but let me just confirm real quick. Let me disable this actually. Let me see if that fixes it. Because we can still view it, but if we disable it, perhaps then clicking on it isn't going to allow for that to happen.
Yeah, but then even the filter won't work.
The filter might not work. That's what I want to confirm real quick. Yeah, we're not going to be able to click that. Okay, we'll go back real quick. This is an interesting one. All
Could
right.
be something that must be filtered or removed via CSS. I don't know for certain, but we could take it offline and test it out and send you an email about it.
Okay, that would be very helpful because that seemed like a very normal thing because I had two reports I wanted to filter, parent child and then another child, but this pop-up is not very helpful.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we can find a way to try and disable the drill down
Okay.
configuration to make sure that this doesn't occur when you click on it. But yeah, I'll take a look at this and I will definitely send you an email and let you know.
And one just last question about the page. I was not
Yeah.
able to figure this out. So how do I edit? So in the folder, I have imported, for example, this Amit page, right? Now I want to remove it from this. How do I remove it?
Want to remove it? Could you give me a little bit more context?
So I imported like 2, 3 pages in a folder, right? So it had Amit page, then I imported
Mm-hmm.
another one. I added like let's say 3 pages. Then I want to remove one of those pages. I was not
Ah,
able to do that.
gotcha. So let's see here. I think it is under edit page data. So there's this all button right here. I'm going to hit
Yeah,
edit
yeah.
page data. It should show the page that I have in here, and then I should be able to remove it from here if I recall. So I can hit exit on this one, right?
Yeah,
I'll just get
but
rid of it.
then it it will still expect a page. It won't let you save.
Hmm. I know there's a way to do this. Apologies. This will take just a moment once again. So let's see here. All right. So let me right click this actually and see what I got. So got more pages, add page for not let me remove it. So I can what if I go to folder view? Let me go to this. More, delete. And that's going to delete the folder, not. Nope, that's not going to do it. All right. Let me take a look and figure that out because there is most certainly a way to remove the page from this, and I can confirm that and once again let you know in the same email. That's just about finding the right button.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
can
please.
yeah, I will absolutely send you an email with that. So to confirm, what I'm going to check is how do we disable drill down view so that the filtering works as we expect up here when we click on something, and then furthermore from that, how do we ensure that we can remove a page by clicking the action? What is the best way to do that?
Yes,
Okay,
that is correct.
sounds good. All right, I will absolutely check those and I will let you know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Are there any further questions that we can assist with here from anyone that's watching? Not sure? Well, if we're waiting just a little bit, I can pull up that page thing right now if no one else has another question. Let's see here. Yep, that's how you create it. Hmm. Let me go back to V8. Hmm. So we might have to go to folder view. Let's see if this works. We're going to change the report here. Okay. I think we have it. And if I hit edit, that pulls this up. And if I delete the page data, I believe that gets rid of it. Yep. All right. Well, that's a pretty simple
Okay.
fix there.
Oh,
That's how
in
you.
the folder view,
Yep.
we
So you'll go to the folder view. This report by default does not show hidden entities, so you want to go into editing it, right? So I click the three dots here. I hit change. I'm gonna hit um, all folder items with hidden. I pick that, and
okay.
that'll show a list of all your page data here. You can just right click the selected one and delete that page data.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Because I was not seeing the page in this folder view. So I
Right.
have to select on.
Yeah, sometimes things are hidden depending on what kind of entity gets added to it. So it's not too uncommon to have to check that occasionally. Same thing goes for active form flows. In like when you're in a form here, the active form flows get created in here for this form, but you have to show hidden items in order to see them.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Cool. And I'll
Thank
look
you.
into the drill down a little bit later and make sure that I get back to you on that one.
Okay. Thank you. I will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I have to drop off.
Yeah,
If you can
yeah,
send
no
me, that
worries.
will be. Thank you.
Sure thing. Have a good day. All right. Well, considering that there are no other attendees right now and it's 12:30, I think I'm gonna give it like one more minute to see if someone else joins. Then outside of that, we're just gonna close it out for the day. So I'll go back here. I can explain a little bit more of this without going into too much detail into how the health score works. So we have all the details here, right? And I created a report in here when I was working on trying to create that report earlier into Lunch and Learn. So that has pushed the health score up a little bit by the reports being 100%. A reminder, health score is going to be the mean of all of the categories percentages, not the individual structures. So if you were to add up all of these individual percentages, divide them by 5 because there are 5 of them, you'll get 80% with a truncated decimal. And I think that's going to do it. Considering that no one else has joined this Lunch and Learn, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.